Hey guys, Trumpetmcool here. Today's date is May 22nd, 2014, and welcome to episode number 12 of DayKnight Time. The game we're going to play today is Warren's Revolution, it's a crowd favorite, and the icebreaker question is, Dear DayKnights, what is the worst time you have ever overslept? It's provided by GhostStalker88. And I've changed my setup, so if you guys like this, let me know. Last time we played Fatty Fight, which is a StarCraft 2 arcade game, and we talked about childhood movies and our favorite ice cream flavors. So if you haven't checked that out, go do that right now. I would do that. Okay, DayKnight Weekly Update. The Funday Monday topic for this week is submit a game where you have to go Immortal, Phoenix, Sentry, I think that's it, Mothership Core. This was an idea probably encouraged by Covert Muffin. He kind of did that during the last Funday Monday, so please go submit and yeah, do your thing. The contest that's currently going on the forums is Hero the Zerg. Submit a game where you attack, get the most amount of kills with one roach in the first 15 minutes of the game against a medium AI. So go submit that. I think there's only like one person. I think it's Travis. He has the first spot. So if you guys want mousepad, go do that. The DKTL is a community tournament that's focused on the players that Faustus is doing. It is designed for any kind of weekly playing schedule at any skill level. The finals are probably going to be cast in a week or two, but he's not sure on a date yet. Sign-ups are going to go up for the last season shortly, so stay tuned for that. And games are cast Thursday and Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. PDT at twitch.tv/HiveMindTV by the HiveMind TV crew. The DayKnight Showmatches are a form of competition for fellow DayKnights to compete with each other in streamed matches. That's headed up by Nomikkh 068. So if you're looking to battle against someone of the same rank, go sign up on the forums. Usually games are streamed on I think around the weekends, twitch.tv/Nomikkh 068. There are some D&D campaigns. Lord Matsu, he's still working on it, but it's a dark fantasy set in the Dungeon World system, and it's streamed normally on Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. PDT at twitch.tv/Lord Matsu. Nomikkh did a okay. Alright, Nomikkh did is doing the Fall of the Silver Templars. It's a high fantasy campaign set in the Pathfinder system. Players must uncover the workings of an insane cult while finding these secrets hidden in their own past. This time someone else did the DMing, Huck, and which was pretty fun, so go and check that out. Those are streamed Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. PDT at twitch.tv/NOMIKKH. The Warsmith is doing the Sea of Stars D&D 4th edition campaign, where adventurers fight Lovecraftian horrors in a psychic shadow war. This time the shaman passed his turn because he got pulled halfway into the far realm which is not meant for mere mortals, and spent the round in the fetal position on the ground. So check that out at Sunday mornings, 11. Check that out 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/TEH Warsmith. There's a DayKnight Hearthstone tournament going on. There's no legendary cards. Each player must have 3 decks, each of a different hero. There's one last competitor slot available. In fact, I'm going to post this into chat, and you guys can go check it out. Crap. But I will, yeah. So they're looking for more shoutcasters or volunteers, and there's real prizes and fun to be had by all. So that's going to be June 1st at 10 a.m. PDT. Alright, so who's ready for an icebreaker?
Wait, I know this one. That's our cue to come back and start talking again.
Yes, it is.
Come on,
We're running out of time.
What's
Go.
Sorry.
Crap, sorry guys, I overslept.
Wait, did we just wheel into Jess's kitchen so that she could make like coffee or tea or something?
I have a laptop. You can move as much as you want. It's a
You
laptop.
can move
Did that just
laptops?
happen?
Whoa.
You can move laptops. I got hungry, alright?
Wow.
Wait, laptops can move?
I know, it's
No,
crazy.
No,
I
they gotta
thought-
stay where you
I got
are.
hungry.
Yeah, I thought you had to stay like in lap position for laptops.
Oh, is that how that works? Oh,
it's
no
in
one
the name.
informed me. I'm sorry. I'm not sticking with protocol.
It's a countertop.
How dare you?
now.
How dare you break the laptop protocol? Oh, here comes the magical coffee. And from off camera.
Actually, we're having this. Alright,
Match
check this out.
coffee. Wait, what?
Alright, so who wants to tell their story?
Well, easy one for me.
Okay.
No, I'm
What?
good.
Kitty?
Worst time I overslept, apart from tonight. I was in college back then, and I just totally forgot an English exam
Ooh.
at all.
Ouch.
I just didn't do it because I overslept. So when I woke up, I said, that's a good day. And I just came to school to realize that all my classmates, they did an exam in the morning.
Ouch.
Explain that to the teacher after that you just forgot. I didn't do it, and I failed the test.
Did they let you redo it? Like
No, not at all.
oh, that sucks.
They didn't.
That sucks. How important was that to your grade?
Pardon me?
How important was it to your grade?
30%, something like that.
Ouch. I hate English.
That's not that cool.
I hate
That's
English.
not that cool. So yeah,
Alright.
that was the worst for me.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, anyone else? Next.
I have one that's not really bad so much as mortifying, so entertaining. Also in college, I overslept for an 8:30 class, and I got up and I just grabbed whatever clothes were close at hand and went to class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And midway through this, just because my classes were really small seminar-style classes, in the middle of this class, I looked down, I realized I'm wearing a bright orange shirt. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm in a Catholic school. And
Good job.
And I immediately after class went back to my room and changed. Nobody mentioned it but I got some very strange looks. And I was like, no, I'm not being anti-establishment. I'm just dumb.
That's when you just look at it and you're like, I got dressed in the dark. Like, literally dressed in the dark.
Yep. So that's mine.
Nice.
Okay, so I work for the United States Air Force, and
Thank you,
the
sir.
worst time I ever slept in.
Thank you for everything you do.
Oh, thanks. The worst time I ever slept in, I was awoken by my boss pounding on my bedroom window. Because he was pounding on the door and I didn't hear it or answer it.
Ew.
And yeah,
That must have been
that
a
was a
rude
bad
awakening.
day. So I was supposed to be at work at like 7:30 in the morning. When I finally woke up, it was like 1 p.m. In my defense, I had taken codeine the night before.
Yeah, they'll do it.
Per prescription. So I didn't get in too much trouble, but they're like, yeah, next time you take codeine, make sure we know. To which all I could say was, oops.
Ow.
Best answer ever.
Yeah, it was a bad time.
All right. Next person. Who wants to go?
I don't have any story. I'm sorry. Today I'm bored. I can make something up though.
Sure.
So
make
okay, so
something
this
up.
one time, I had a super critical job interview. It was going to be like amazing. I was actually going to join artillery, and they were going to interview me in the morning.
Oh,
But it turns out that the PST to EST difference. I slept in, and they said, "Oh, you're a tool, and you can't work for us on day 9." So
That's a great story,
Well
sir.
played, sir.
Wait. So with you being on the East Coast and then being on the Pacific Coast, did they tell you about the interview at like 9 o'clock at night the day prior? And they're like, oh, by the way, you need to be here tomorrow morning at 06 so that we can interview you?
actually, that's exactly how it happened, actually, and. So they sent me a bunch of interview questions, and then they waited, and I didn't answer them, and they said, "Well, screw this guy."
They literally said it to your face. Screw this guy.
I came on right at the last minute. I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm here," and they're like, "Your time's up. Sorry."
Your time's up! You don't get a job!
You are the Wink Sleek. Goodbye.
So that's my story, and now I don't work for anybody because I slept in.
Hold on. I've got to read this out loud so that everybody hears it. So Moist Snail Poop has the greatest overslept story of all time. This one time, I overslept. My family accidentally left for Christmas vacation without me, and burglars tried to break in, but I thwarted it. I think they made a movie based on it.
How old are you, MSP?
So the question
That's awesome.
the question I have is, was there also a very painful encounter with aftershave involved in this as well? Give it about 40 seconds and we'll get an answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Big leg.
Give or take.
And that's my question. I'll wait and see if I get an answer.
So there is my story.
Yeah, Jess, you can make up a story if you want to.
I could make up a story.
Yeah.
No, sing us a song.
As long
I
as
was
you're
thinking-
saying, as long as you're saying, whether it's truth or not. If
Jess,
it's not
weren't you like supposed to have that group interview with me that day, and we both slept in?
We did, and I was more on the creative side of things of artistic development and such. But
Yeah.
I overslept. I'm sorry, and
We
now
both
neither of
cried
us
into our
got it.
cornflake. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I really don't have an interesting overslept story at all. They go from just either I didn't oversleep at all, which is normal for me. I don't like being late to anything. I'd rather be early. But or I just overslept and it was boring and that's all that happened. I was late.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, yeah.
I can tell you what I'm drinking because I'm drinking something unusual. So this is a hard cider. It's a local brew. I live in Denver. And we have a whole bunch of local breweries and such. So this is a hard cider that has honey, rosemary, and lavender.
Oh,
That sounds interesting.
It's very interesting, and I love it, and it's really good.
Cool.
So that's my interesting icebreaker question.
lavender, honey, something and something.
Rosemary.
Okay, so I wasn't here the last time Jess was in the Hangout, but Jess, you're known as what in the Day9 chat?
Just 9,000.
Just 9,000.
Just 9,000. That's awesome.
That makes way too much sense.
That would make well. On
I did the
on
first.
Threx,
It could be.
Yeah, I did the first time. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, Jess, what's your name? Wait, there's just 9,000 in chat.
There is. Yeah.
Just exactly 9,000.
There's supposed to be a slash. There's supposed to be a slash in it so that it's read Jess over 9,000. Using like math slash.
Like that?
But I can't have. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I can't have a slash in my name. No.
9,000. Well, it's
So,
okay. You're still filling the.
No way that you can be so high.
Yeah, you just have to spell. Hold on. You just have to spell it like this.
Just go back. Just say you're going by the Japanese one. It's actually over 8,000 in the original.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a mistranslation.
Huh.
Kind of. Honestly,
No,
9,000 sounds better. So.
I'll spell it correctly.
In English, 8,000 is not nearly as significant as 9,000.
Plus,
I mean, there's
think
the
it showed up
cultural
as
difference there, right?
It probably was more like, I think it showed up as exactly 9,001 on there or something like that.
Mm.
And they just, the editors probably looked at that and went, 8,000, nah, this would be funny.
Over 9,000.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level?
Vegeta, what is this?
Vegeta.
Say about? Nah, I can't do it anymore. Vegeta.
Alright.
Yeah, shut up. Whatever. Spell it right. It'll be fine.
Damn it, Nappa.
Don't judge me. Judgy McJudgerson's in chat.
We're still doing stories.
Alright, who hasn't gone?
Myself, Manbon.
Because we're too busy playing Hearthstone.
That's because we were beating the shit out of each other in the most epic Hearthstone match that none of you will ever see because there is no replay system, Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Blizzard!
God damn it, Blizzard.
Summary is he owned me. So there you go.
Alright.
No, not really. That was a good, amazing game. It was Paladin versus Priest, and there was redemptions and mind controls and faceless manipulators going everywhere. It was great. We stole each other's cards a few times. It was fun.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds great.
And we'll never see it.
Nope.
So you could be lying right now.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You never know.
We were late for what? Because we're too busy playing Hearthstone. There you go.
Damn.
Now,
Gotta get them ladder points.
yeah, Manbon, you want to go?
I don't have anyone that stands out in particular. I've been late lots of times, by the way. I guess the worst that's happened to me is actually, I was late for I was literally late for an exam. I think it was the first year of university. Like, yeah, I just like overslept by 30. Like, it was like a 1.5 hour exam, and I overslept by like 45 minutes. I just stopped the exam. I was like, essentially, I was like that, right? And I still got 70% on my exam, so there you go. Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Hashtag like a boss.
Yeah, like a boss.
Hashtag.
There you go. There you go.
Who did that video hashtag? Was that like Justin Timberlake and somebody and Adam Sandberg or something?
I
like-
think so.
Hashtag.
Alright,
Yeah, someone's gonna go. I can't have derailed the whole conversation with that question.
okay, Megan.
Oh, okay. It's just this. I feel like is worth saying because there's technically a couple of these, but it's kind of weird. It's like the sort of thing where they happen and then you just sort of block it out and move on with your life because it wasn't really all that important. Because in Masters, kind of, you're an idiot if you don't show up on time because it's hard. So basically, nobody gives you shit for it and you move on with your life. But the thing is, in undergrad, I it was a little different in that I was super paranoid about being there on time. I was that guy. You know, there's that guy who you come to the class and there's like 3 people there already. I was probably there already, and I was in the first row. So I was that dude. Now, keep this in mind, all right, in that I was also lucky enough to live on the freshman hall that if I were not on a basically dry campus would have definitely been the drunk hall. Oh, yeah. And a bunch of sober dudes who probably would have rather been drinking turned into prankster douchebags. And it basically meant that sleeping for reasonable times to get up at an 8 o'clock morning class was impossible. So every now and again, I would have this particular problem where they'd be watching a movie in the lounge, which I happen to live off of, and trying to fight it was a waste of time. I would get up and I would leave and I would go sit and watch Transformers with them. I've only seen the end half of that movie because that's the context in which I saw it. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Yes. I didn't feel very inclined to go back and watch the rest of it, to be fair. In any case,
moving on.
Life continues moving on. Now, unfortunately, one of the times that I did this, my body decided to make me sleep until exactly 7:50. And the thing is, most of my memories in that particular part of college were things that I just kind of went over, you know, like I could bring them back up with a nice trigger of some kind, conversation with a friend from back then. This is one memory that got so burned into my mind that I can still remember the moment when I turned my face to stare at the clock and it said 7:50. And there was a second of time when nothing happened, and then all the alarms went off in my brain simultaneously.
I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel.
Shoved it into my book bag, and somehow managed to rip the little cool tablet pen thing out of the side of it and go shove it back in there, and just I'm grabbing all of my stuff. And I remember getting there, and it was the worst class I'd had in that ever. Not so much because of the content, but because of 2 factors. The particular teacher in this class was the head of my department in economics. He is one of the nicest and funniest dudes you'll meet. He needs a microphone to be audible. Audible. Barely. I was in the front row, and he was just quiet enough to encourage me to want to sleep. I don't remember much of that class. I remember blacking out a lot, but I don't remember a whole lot more. I don't think I actually want to pull right in front of him, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, it wasn't even worth it to be here at all.
That sounds like my senior year theology class. Oh dear God.
Yep.
That's right.
Right after lunch.
You don't want to go to sleep.
Ooh, college
Your eyes
stories.
are not getting that heavy. Everything will be okay.
But yeah,
should
you
be
know,
like
tired.
all things considered, at the end of the day, I was fine. But I will never forget that. No.
I think there should be a special university grant, universities pay students £1,000 or something if throughout the whole 3 years of their course they never sleep in lectures once. I think that should be a thing. A special grant. If you don't sleep once, then you just pay £1,000 again.
To go to school that's going to pay you for showing up on time.
And that too.
If you actually attend all of your classes, we'll reduce the cost of the class by half.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, please, that'd have been great.
I'm there.
Oh, okay.
I'll totally be on that.
Exaggerated stories. I got this one. So this is probably the worst and the best time I've ever overslept. I was going to school up in New York, which is where I was the last time I was on the Hangout. So imagine all the snow that we were getting all this winter. And where I lived on campus was the farthest corner because they decided that was a good place to put the apartments.
Oh,
so where most of the walk was about 5 minutes tops, mine was about 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I overslept started hurrying to my class, actually slipped because I couldn't see the sidewalk because they didn't plow back where we were. So slipped and like almost twisted my ankle. Got to my class, sat down, and had my professor, who was the head of my department, and also my advisor, look at me and start yelling about, when does class start? Do you think you can just show up with half an hour left and it counts? And I'm sitting there like, okay, A, we aren't doing anything right now. Like, literally, my part of this project's done. I'm just here because I have to be. And B, why are you only yelling at me? Why do I have to be the person who has to get in trouble today? That was the worst part of this. The best part was walking on a campus, and then somebody was running past me screaming, I'm on fire, somebody save me. And then somebody in a car next door, or like driving by, yelling out the window, shut up, you're not on fire, go back to sleep.
What?
That took a strange turn.
And literally, I can remember like running to class, stopping for a minute, hitting myself to make sure I was awake, and then kept running to class.
Wow.
No, that's not made up. That actually happened.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
I thought later that person was drunk as crap, like drunk and on drugs. But I mean, hey.
Cool. So my stories kind of dwell on me staying up. It's been like I normally ever since I was like doing the modding for the daily and for streaming, like starting this stream up and stuff, trying to get everything ready and all that. A lot of the times I would just be doing something, watching a stream or something on the monitor, and all of a sudden I was in bed and it was morning time and my alarm was going off. And I was like, what? Wait, what happened? So yeah, and yeah, that's my overslept story.
Cool. For what it's worth, I've had tons of dreams about me oversleeping and missing something critical, but then I wake up and it's normal wake up time.
Oh yeah, I totally have that all the time. I think it's a good thing actually. I've dodged a lot of bullets because of that.
I also have dreams.
That you oversleep and you wake up to find out that you have 10 minutes left.
Yeah, there's that too. What are you doing, Manbon?
My enter key won't work!
I see a lot of enters in there.
Oh, wait, there it is.
It works now.
Oh wait, it was actually working the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. Oh, I was everything of Worms Revolution and then like it just stopped responding.
Alright, let's see.
Oh god, I accidentally typed in chat.
And
Manbon! Keep it up!
Oh god.
Entertaining millions.
So can we give a brief rundown of what Worms is? Someone who has
Someone else can do this because apparently I'm bad at describing things.
Okay, I'll go. Unless
like for
it's better than mine.
For someone who's never played Worms, never heard of Worms, just an introduction.
Okay. Well, I can do like a super brief. So, Worms, in and of itself, is this sort of free-for-all setup, but it's like you control little teams of worms, and then you use the little teams of worms and you move around on this two-dimensional map, and you try to destroy your enemies, either by depleting their health or knocking them into water and off the screen and stuff like that. And there's all sorts of little funny tools that you can use, and the controls are usually really, really shoddy. We'll go shoddy. They're intentionally difficult because it makes it more fun and hilarious when you play the game. So, Worms is one of those games that usually you have everybody sit around and play it on like one console or one PC. But the this way that we're going to be doing it, you're going to be seeing it from Trumpet's standpoint, and you'll be able to see a lot of the action going on because he can scroll the camera around and look at everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that's it. It's a free for all mini team battler game. Think Smash Brothers, but with little teams of slow moving worms instead of an individual character. And you can actually kill your opponent instead of just knocking them off.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, Smash Brothers only slow-mo in teams.
Yeah, it's much slower. It's turn-based Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I
Final
forgot the
Fantasy
term.
Tactics mixed with Smash Brothers mixed with worms.
Mixed with worms, I like that.
That was a very good summary, Threxor.
Is it like the really bad thing is when you use the definition, you use the word in the definition of the word.
Oh yeah, totally. Worms
Like
Revolution is a game about worms having a revolution.
Viva la revolution!
Zing!
All right. Cool. Thanks for that. And I guess we'll get started.
Vladimir Guten Tag McDuff. That's awful just to say.
Oh, dude, McDuff. That's
Sarah, did you come up with that name like entirely, or was it inspired?
No. That was Carter in our D&D group.
Nice.
He named his orc, I think it was a sorcerer in the Elder Scrolls Online beta, Vladimir Guten Tag McDuff. And so when we did a one-shot campaign, which ended up being a two-shot, because Huck DM'd it this last Sunday, I created an orc, a half-orc, Monk of the Empty Hand for one of our players, whose name was Vladimir Guten Tag McDuff. And a Monk of the Empty Hand is like a monk, except you can't use weapons. You can only use the things that you find. So in his inventory, I put like a bunch of beer mugs and a mop.
a mob.
Best monk I ever played was a Monk of the Empty Hand that used a ladder.
Oh, nice.
We went up against werewolf. So when we were eating dinner, he grabbed a silver candlestick and left with it.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think that happened.
And he kept it around and was just beating things with it.